Hey guys, welcome back to the corner. My name is Drac. So for this video, I thought I would give you guys a Dragons team that you can possibly farm and use for your DB10 runs. Now, before we jump too far into this, I want to just explain something that I don't think I broke down very well before. My goal with these videos, is I want to show you how to make a Dragons B10 team, a Dragons B10 team. I'll probably even do a TOA team showcase of monsters that are relatively easy to obtain for a free display status player. So that means they're 3-star or less. So I won't be focusing too much on 4 or 5-star monsters, with the exception of monsters that are fusible. If they're fusible, I'll include them in the videos like this one. So for this team, I've got a couple different Dragons teams to show you. So this team is composed of Vero, Beretta, Hemos, Rebecca, and Beledion. So most of these guys are on Swift. So let me just show you their runes. Now, this guy, his runes suck. I need to re-rune him, but he does fairly well right now for what I've got him on. So I've got him on speed HP with a 4-star rune there. Ugh, gross. Let's see. But it's got a good speed and defense substat, which is why I've chosen to leave it there. I've got Beretta, who was on Despair Broken. So, and he's on speed HP defense as well. He's here mainly for his dots. The whole purpose of this team is to lay out dots on the enemy and just kill them over time. Oh wow, I am sorry. I got to talking and completely skipped over him. So he's on HP, defense, and HP. Ooh, he's not even max. That's something to work towards. Again, we're working on dots. Swift focus. Down here, we're on swift focus again. Reason being is her accuracy still isn't great, but I want her to be able to land that dot in the defense break as often as she can. Defense, defense, and HP. And then Bella, you should know Bella. I've shown her in several videos now. She is on Violent Focus with Speed, HP, and Defense. And she is there for healing and for removing the immunity buff when it pops up. So let's go ahead and get this battle started. So this is by no means not a fast team. All right, this is a slow team. It's going to take some time, but they have a pretty good success rate. I've run them many times just in test runs to make sure that they were viable. And I got roughly 80 to 90% success rate. So the key is just making sure that Rebecca gets that damn heal off. Because for whatever reason, her AI seems a little buggy, and there's been a lot of times where it's up and available, and she just doesn't use it. And when that happens, you usually die. But as long as the AI is smart and uses her heal when it's available, you're going to be fine. And when we get to the dragon, I'll explain why that is so very important later. In the meantime, though, we're just slowly working through these, letting Hemos and Beretta dot them, trying to stun them whenever we can, and just keeping everyone alive. So typically, I don't have a problem getting through the trash waves. The mini boss sometimes will take out one of the guys, and depending on which guy he takes out, it may or may not be detrimental. Because honestly, if you lose Beretta or Hemos, you're still going to be okay. It'll slow you down, but you're still going to make it. So now we just work through here. Hope the towers don't take someone out. Okay, so now we need a heal from Bella and Rebecca. They're gonna let us down? I think they're gonna let us down. Yep, they let us down. It's all right. She's still alive. Still alive. Why won't you heal? All right, I stopped it for a minute because this is just stupid. I'm gonna make him heal. I don't know what it is with the AI on those two. There's just sometimes Bella and Rebecca, they're the only two healers I've seen this with. They just choose not to heal. And when that happens, if you turn off the auto for a second and just take control of one of them for a single turn, make them do whatever you want, then the AI fixes itself. As you can see, now they're healing the way they should. So the idea here is, just keep an eye on it occasionally if you have to. If you have better runes, unlike your Vero than I do, and better runes on your Hemos and your Beretta, you'll be fine. You won't have the problems that I'm having right now. And the reason I'm having these problems is because, well, I've been lazy and haven't been shopping my runes very well and just been taking what's available rather than farming specific runes just for them. One thing that would help out considerably with this team is, as you notice, this team is also kind of slow. I don't have a lot of speed on the team. If I had a lot more speed on the team, it would work a lot better. Let's skip that. Okay, so here we go. So here is why Rebecca is important. You need Rebecca to be able to purge all those dots, because the tower on the left, it's dotting you. The dragon, it's dotting you. And while Vero is here to handle those dots, he doesn't always do it. He's not always fast enough to do it. Rebecca, though, her third skill removes all debuffs from your team and heals everyone. And the heal is more powerful based on how many debuffs she removed. So she's kind of here as a little extra utility to help your team survive. If you don't have her, you don't want to farm for her. She is kind of difficult, a little more difficult than the others on the team to obtain, as she is kind of luck based. Um, you can use Konamiya instead. I mean, you get a free Konamiya from quests, and Konamiya is just awesome and does almost the same thing. Now, arguably, if the AI uses Konamiya's second skill better, she can even be even more useful than Rebecca. But I prefer Rebecca. So what is happening here? I'm not doing hardly anything to the dragon. The dragon is not my goal. You see, the problem with the dragon is those towers are really annoying. The one on the left, as I said, is dotting your team every turn. The one on the right is giving the dragon immunity, which is severely reducing the amount of damage that I can do. So what I'm doing is I'm killing these towers with dots. Now, could I kill them with direct attacks? Yes. But the dragon has a vicious counterattack that he fires off on whoever kills his tower. And that attack is enough to one-shot most of the characters on my team. I don't want that to happen. So what I am doing instead is if you kill a tower with dots, the dragon doesn't counterattack. So I'm letting them dot the towers and let the towers die on their own. And now that the right tower is gone, it's going to be really easy to kill the dragon. Because in a couple rounds, I'll have him with, 7, 8 dots, and he'll just fall over dead. All right. But this is the first team. Now, the second team I'll show you is more effective than this team. It's faster and more reliable, but it includes a couple monsters that are a little harder to obtain. So I didn't want to showcase it too much because it does also include a 4-star that is not fusion food, or not fusible. But we'll get to that in just a moment. We'll talk about reasonable replacements that you can use for her. And there goes the dragon. So as you can see, that was by no means a fast run. That was a very slow run. I have 5 minutes even. That's a long run, but it's a reliable team. Vero's feasible, Beretta's feasible, Hemos you get from the guild shop. Rebecca's the hard one because you got to get lucky, but she drops from mystical scrolls, she drops from fire scrolls, she drops from social summons and unknown scrolls. Occasionally she drops from exclusive summons. It's just a matter of keeping your eye out for her and then scaling her up, which can be difficult, but again, you can use Konamiya and maybe even Amun the Light Warbearer to supplement her if you don't have her. And then Bella. Bella is by far one of the best healers in the game. She's one of the best supports in the game. She's obtainable from the secret dungeon. Definitely get her if you don't have her because you're going to use her in all kinds of teams. All right, let's see what we get. And that's trash. All right. Ooh, I am out of energy. So grab that. Pop back in. So let's look at the second team. Huh, that was a funny headline. All right, second team. So, whoops. We need you. Sorry, I had to, my game files corrupted, and when they did, I had to re-download the game. And so I've lost some of my preset teams here. This is not the right team. I don't want him. I want Spectre. Yes, this looks correct. Okay, so this team is a little more reliable. They're a little faster. But as you can see, it's got Emma. She's a Nat 4. If you have Emma, congratulations. She is an amazing healer. If you don't have her, you can probably supplement her with some of the other Nat 4 and Nat 5 healers, and you'll still do okay. You could even, if your Bella is fast enough with like violent runes, you can even supplement Bella in her place. I just like her because her strip also boosts your attack bar and her overheal shields. So she pops her heal whether you need it or not, and it gives you the shield, which is just awesome. So you already know Vero, he's here. And then one that you may not have seen often is Purian. Purian is the Water Inferno, so he's obtainable through a secret dungeon. He is here to boost my team speed because my speed isn't that great, not where I want it, but he kind of helps supplement that. So here's what he does. His first skill, if it crits, it boosts his attack bar by 30%. His second skill hits hard. If it crits, it stuns. His third skill boosts the entire party's attack bar by 50% and boosts their crit rate. So that really speeds your team up. Um, this third guy you got here, we have Spectra. Spectra is the Fire Griffin. He is also obtainable through a secret dungeon as well as your various scrolls. First skill does damage based on speed. It's going to take a lot to get his speed up high enough for that to matter, though. Second skill does damage based on the enemy's max HP. So he's great for dropping bosses because he just does, the more health they have, the more damage he does. His third skill reduces all of the enemy's attack bars and reduces their attack speed. So they get fewer turns and reduces the turn count for what they have. Now, the two that are much harder to get, Emma. Emma's a Nat 4. She is the Water Neostone Agent. Her first skill attacks twice and applies Glancing Hit. Her second skill attacks twice and removes buffs. If two or more buffs are removed, then she increases the party's attack bar. Her third skill is a heal. The heal is a percentage of her max HP, so I've got her HP maxed out as much as I can. And she, any overhealing, or sorry, half of the overhealing that she does is converted into a shield for the whole party, and it increases their defense, which is really nice for survival. And then lastly, you have Basalt. Basalt is the Dark War Mammoth. First skill provokes, second skill heals the party and boosts their defense. So again, it's a heal and a defense booster. And the heal is 15% of his max HP. So the more HP he has, the better his heal is. Now, I actually don't have mine on HP like a lot of people do. I've got mine on speed defense HP. And the reason being is he's just here as a backup healer. He's not meant to main heal. But his second skill attacks everyone and reduces everyone's attack bars. And the damage is based on his defense. So higher defense with the defense buff means he adds a little bit of damage to the table. And the defense does help a lot when surviving the dragon. So that's what he's at right now. He could be better with a more powerful heal, but honestly, I didn't have enough HP runes to pull it off, and it's worked out quite well with the defense rune on there. But again, he is the Dark Battle Mammoth, so he's kind of hard to get. Now, if you don't have him, you can actually replace him with his water counterpart. His water counterpart is named Talc. Talc has the same first and second skill, so he's got the heal that's based on his health that also increases defense. Talc's third skill, though, reduces the damage that he takes. So he's better at surviving, but he doesn't have that utility of reducing the target's attack bars, which makes this team work a little better. It speeds the team up. Now, you can do it without that. It'll just take a little bit longer, so Talc is a viable replacement for Basalt. As for replacing Emma, like I said, Bella might be able to do it, especially if you do have Talc or Basalt to give the defense buff. Bella may be able to handle it for you. If you have your Basalt on HP all around, so his heal is more powerful, you might even be able to do it with Amon in her place. The only downside is you don't have the stripper, but you can do this without the stripper. It just takes a long time. Um, some of your others, like your some of your Nat 5 healers might be able to do it. The Water Sky Dancer would probably be able to do this quite well. She's also a Nat 4. As far as Nat 3s, though, I can't think of any good Nat 3 replacements for her off the top of my head, other than Bella. So you might be able to pull it off with Konami if her runes are good enough. But again, that leaves you without a stripper. So I think that finding a good replacement for her would be difficult in this team, but I think it can be done. But the main thing that this team is looking for is attack bar manipulation. So I have two guys that do AoE attack bar reductions, and then I have one guy that gives a huge attack bar increase for my team, which helps out a lot. Now, I actually have a variant in this team that I do use Bella instead of Emma. Um, that one though, I don't know. That team, it has a faster run time because of Bella, but it also has a slightly lower survival rate. This team, I've never seen this team lose. With Bella in Emma's place, it has like a 90% success rate. So most would argue that that's a high enough success rate to risk it. And to be honest, I usually do. Now that I think about it, I completely forgot that I had switched to using Bella instead of Emma recently. Uh-oh, lost my Spectre. Oh well, we'll be fine. And the battle's pretty much over already. It's just a long fight. Man, Emma is having really rotten luck on stripping that immunity buff. Uh-oh, might lose Basalt here too. Yep. Ah, just a hair late, and there goes the strip. Okay, so I might actually lose this fight. Let's wait and see. Yep, I lost. So in this case, I think I actually would have done better if I did have Bella. You know what? I'm gonna revive just to finish out the video. Um, but yeah, so putting Bella in here actually does because she's a lot faster. I can't believe I forgot that I did that. So let me back up a little bit. This is the team that I used up until about 2 weeks ago. And then in the chaos of everything that's been going on in my life, I completely forgot when I had to reinstall this morning that I switched to using Bella instead of Emma. So when I said Bella's a good replacement, yeah, she's a good replacement. I can't believe I forgot that. And this team ran even slower than the other team. How about that? Oh, that's hilarious. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna worry about that rune. All right, so there you go. There's some Dragons B10 options. You can mix and match those teams a little bit. There's a few possible replacements that you can move out. With the second team, the big deal is just attack bar manipulation to keep those towers from getting extra turns. That'll help you out a lot. Or you can go with the first team and just, try and dot everything down to kill the towers so that you can just kill the dragon super quick and easy. Because without that immunity buff, the dragon is really quite easy to kill. But that's all I got for this video. So please like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, concerns, or ideas, please put them in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video. And